Start working on concentration. That's it. Lovely, well done. Good. You can use this whole thing. Good. Lots of interesting things.
No, I was just thinking, no.
Do you walk along with your hand in your pocket together? There you go. Good. So who gets a reward when they're actually walking nicely? Coach is going, yeah, me, come on. Good, well done. Good. There you are, Lindsay. Yeah, it is very much. It's much harder when you've got more than one.
Good girl.
Yeah, it's really hard. Good.
Come on, good girl.
That's it. Well, then you've got to focus a bit now. Well done. Good. Right, when we get to that edge, we can stop. Good. So let's practice going in and out a little bit. So we can go around two and then do a little thing. So, it's slightly more sheltered there, or we can just go across the middle. Where would you prefer to stand? Two of you standing in the middle, and one of you going out. One here. That's it. Okay, you're going to go that way. That's it. So focus on getting closer to watching.
Straight close. Sit. Sit.
We're going to keep going around there. Go inside with your food, Mummy. I want to move that head. Nice, well done.
Really good.
The thing is, they've all in front of you, don't they?
Yeah.
Depending on their feet, which is what, right?
Hang on, I've got to check it out. Okay, so I'm there. That's it. And then stop somewhere there. And then Tom. Also, go too far back, Caroline, because Tom won't be able to get behind you. Sit on. There we go. Mabel actually wants to say hello today. Week 6, and she's done it. All right.
Good boy, Tom. Watch.
Good boy.
Good, well done. Nicely.
Good boy.
Good. Keep going. Go around again. Watch. You have to learn to go at a fairly normal speed as well. Well done.
Keep going.
Well, just round over and then back to the middle.
Tom.
Tom, give me a good boy, watch. And when they say this bit's hard as well, you should make it out always. Okay, KOBA?
Yeah, when they're bigger, it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that one reach as well. It's much harder.
Yeah, you don't know
Yeah.
what to do. Sit. Yes. Good boy. Yes.
You've got shoulders very straight, you choose. Well done. Well done, good. Oh, you got a bit of time. Watch. Well done.
Yes. Watch. Boy.
Nice. And the food drop's working really well for her, isn't it? You're even using it to heel work.
Yeah.
And it works beautifully for her. And she's focused on you and then as you drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough love and everything. It's like, that's
Oh, Oh, brilliant. That's really nice. It works really well with some dogs. I would just pick it up. Yeah. Actually, that's still more exciting. So you just kind of have to play it a bit by ear. But that
Yeah,
was
he
really
gets,
nice.
if I drop it on the floor, then he becomes obsessed with putting something on the floor.
Yeah.
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 Try again. Sometimes it works, but it's literally then he'll get fixated, then it must be something else on the
Right.
ground.
Yeah.
Even though we've tried it on the wall.
Yeah.
I guess it's just keep
Just,
consistent.
yeah, and keep moving
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So he gets upset and he looks up and it's like, oh God,
Yes.
miles away and they
Yeah.
fall. Because then they'll shorten
They'll
the
make
sound.
a connection.
Yes.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Between you dropping it and stuff
Yeah.
and moving on so they find it. So yeah, that works really quite nicely actually as well because it makes them think, well hang on, where are you? And have to come and find you.
So actually this should not be my priority.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I get the reward and then, I need to go and find my mum, which is good, rather than actually, she's standing there waiting for me going, come on, so I can keep snuffing and looking as for as long as I like, because it's okay, she's only there, I don't have to worry. Whereas if you've gone like, come on, actually I'm going, yeah, and then he'll go, oh, hang on, what happened?
Yeah.
So it works quite well that way actually, from focusing from that point of view as well.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's just hard to do.
Yeah.
When they're little, you really don't, it's really hard to go, actually, I am just going to walk off and leave you for a minute, and you're going to come and find me, rather than the other way around. It's counterintuitive, but it builds up them wanting to be with you, and
See, he does do that on the walk without treats, but
Yes.
again, the reinforcement is like
Yeah.
then now you're doing the right thing. So
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
yeah, and it is just reinforcement, you know, and it's that whole, we don't do it every time, but it is that whole, every now and again, it's like, yeah, brilliant, well done, and then it kind of just brings it back again, especially if it starts to stick, because you can start off doing it a lot, and then you slow down your rate of reinforcement, so intermittent reinforcement is actually stronger in every time. So you start off every time as youngsters till they know what the game is, and then you go to, okay, I might do it every time for 3, 4 goes, and then I'm not going to give you anything for 5, and then all of a sudden I'll give you a flurry of stuff, and then it might be every other for a couple of times, and then it might be every time for 2 or 3. So they never quite know when the reward's coming. So then that makes it even more valuable because, whereas if it always happens, in the end it's like, well, I'll get that anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like doing the slow recall. When you first start, that's fine, because they might be a bit worried. But eventually you want them to come back to you very quickly, don't you? So what you do is when you reward the quicker ones and you're like, okay, that's nice, you came back, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then, but the quick one, you're like, yeah, brilliant. You almost do a happy dance for a celebration as with the reward.
So if they haven't reacted initially, you might start out eventually not rewarded,
Yeah.
just praising them,
Yeah.
being happy with
Big
them.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of, and then when there is a treat, and I was doing it as a mirroring, I was obsessed with it,
Yeah.
or I'm going to not do it quite so often. And actually, he has kind of switched on, and he does come.
And it works really well with intermittent reward. So to start with, like when we start this, I always say all the time, reward, you do is water, start alternating, phasing out, do a
If you're this
thorough.
with age, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once they know what the game is.
Yeah.
So as soon as they learn, actually, I know that I'm supposed to come when I'm called now, I've sussed this one. Then actually they understand that and then they push you as well.
Yeah.
So if then you're going, well, okay, sometimes you're going to get rewarded and actually sometimes you're going to get praised, they're not quite sure, so they work harder to get the reward. And if they do a really good one, then you really praise, you can do a little happy dance kind of thing. Yeah, brilliant. And jackpot it. So get 3 or 4 rewards at that time. Whereas the next time it might be slow and you might go, okay, that was really nice, well done for coming back, come on, let's go. And you're happy and stuff. If I call my dog 3 times maximum and they haven't come, I will go and get them.
Oh, right, okay, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Because it's very difficult to be very happy when they
Yeah. So I will call them 3 times maybe, and then I will go and get them, and then I put them on the lead and they walk with me.
You
on the
don't
lead.
say
I don't say anything. So you're not
Don't say
pleased,
anything.
nothing.
Good.
You go and get them, and it's like, come on, with me, and then we're off.
Okay.
And then they stay on the lead for a little bit, and then I let them off again. And then I do a few really short recalls, so they don't go very far, and really praise, really good, happy with really good stuff. And then just let them go back to normal for a little bit. But they learn quite quickly that way as well. That if I have to go and get you, actually you're on the lead for a bit, and you know. Yeah.
And they wouldn't see the lead as a punish.
Not if you're not going, up and you're quite calm and you go, okay, I called you. Come on then. Off we go. You know, it is just.
Because you're calling for a purpose.
Exactly.
Ultimately, and
Yeah.
the purpose is I need you to follow, don't
Yeah,
you? So it's,
exactly.
Yes, that's just, again, being
I always wonder when they say dogs are so sensitive, they can tell. I'm really cross and I'm going, good girl, well done, coming back to me.
I know, yeah. My first spaniel was called Buster. And you can guess what I called him when he was in bed. But in a really happy voice. Oh yeah, look, it's Buster. Yeah. he was like, and I know he knew I was really good. But he'd come back, and he used to smile too, so he'd come back going,
Oh.
and you'd be like, that's cool. Right, let's keep moving before they get too bored, bless them. So, we've kind of got, I was going to do into the middle and root pulls out from them all. So we kind of come from this angle and these angles. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we can walk in towards each other and then do a few little back away root today. And I think maybe it's something like actually stand over there. Okay, so into the middle, are you ready? Back away root pull. Yeah, well done. Good. Good. So when you back away fairly quickly, and then revolve with her in front of you. Okay? Good. Okay, back to the middle again. No, I don't want to stand there. No, still no. Back away when you're ready. Well done, good. A reward. Good stuff, good. So when I say back away recall, this particularly applies to you, Jason. You go back, then come into you rather than on that one. Okay? Okay, one last time. And as soon as these doors, I've got an idea of something to practice. She's like, no. Oh, are you ready? Yeah, good. And then reward. Well done, that's nice. Yeah. Bless you, big apple, Maria. She went, oh, he's turning into a proper terrier, isn't he?
Yeah, he really
He
is.
really is, bless him. Right, I don't, your little GoPro might not work for the next one, you might have to move it. So we're going to practice.
Okay.
So we're going to start teaching them that they can sit and then you can open the door, take a step and then call them through. Sorry. It's a start.
So funny, isn't it? Expecting us to do that. Come. Good girl.
Just take one step and then say okay and bring them in. And then you put it through and do the same going outwards. But we don't have to actually do the bolting thing because it's on the screen. But as I wanted them to stay here, we
Do you just say sit or do I have to use weight?
you can use weight.
Okay.
It always used to be you say sit and wait or sit and stay or whatever. But current kind of thinking is you say sit and they sit and wait till you tell them to do something else.
Right,
So
okay.
until you release them from the sit, they stay in the sit. And so I still quite often say it because it's just ingrained.
Yeah.
But actually you can just say sit or down and in theory they stay there until you say okay or whatever your release command is, probably not okay. Have I told you why I don't use okay anymore?
No.
Have I ever said that? So you need them like a release command for your dog. So in theory then they do what they're told and then you can release them on. I've always used okay for my dogs
As a release,
as a release. It's not an ideal world, I just
because we say it all the time.
we say it all the time. I've done this a couple of times, it's really bad. I had somebody coming past on a horse, so I called all 5 in and they all sat there with me nicely, not on me, just good as gold. The person on the horse said, thank you, that's okay. All 5 up and running, the horse, not good. So if you think of a release command, something like go, move, free, anything you like is good. Okay, maybe not always the best word. I've had it with joggers as well. It's not ideal. Because now they try and go, thank you, and I hope they're looking at me because I'm going, because instinctively you go, that's okay, you know, or whatever, and then they're all like, we're free. So maybe okay isn't your ideal release command.
Everything that you trust it,
Right, who wants to go first? So it might take us a couple of goes, but it'll give us something you can try whilst we're indoors. So I'll move the rubbish.
I might throw a bit, I can use some weight.
That's all right, you can use weight. You can use weight, it's really not a problem. I still do with mine.
Yeah.
So
I think I might sit with the same one.
yeah, good.
Wait. Wait.
It's not the same door.
Good.
You really are Mrs. Chewy, aren't you?
Wait. Wait.
Off you go. Lovely. Well done. Good. And you asked him to wait with a slightly tense lead, and when you loosened it and he didn't move, so that's really nice. Good. So yeah, you can either get them in to sit and wait, or you can just ask them to wait, or whatever you want to do. Okay. Next.
Mabel.
Wait. Wait.
You sit.
Go on then.
Lovely. Well done. Good.
You worried about that?
Sit. Wait.
Yeah, nice. Well done. That's all right. Yeah, she's still waiting for you, which is what we wanted. Good.
Good girl, Mabel. Come on.
Yeah, I'll move the rubbish away from either side of this room.
Good girl.
Okay,
Well,
let's
that's
go
sweet.
back.
I do it every morning in the day into the field. Because of it, it's a thing I do. I did it with the other ones.
She's just worried about the food.
Wait.
Otherwise they run out to the road. So.
Yeah, that's all we've got. That's door.
Wait.
Good, well done. Perfect. Good smell. The water's been through.
Yeah,
Good
nice
start.
every way.
So don't forget
She
to
does
record
that.
when they've done it.
The other one.
And that's always good.
Maybe that's a slightly
But that's something they learn very quickly. Million of
Yeah, I don't have any second.
they won't go on.
It's only now going to it's very different. So he's actually slightly.
Wait.
So I had to do it separately, which is a shame. I prefer.
Well done. Really nice. Good. Good. Okay. Once more. Once more.
Yeah, maybe.
Sit. Wait.
Good.
Wait.
Good girl.
Off you go. Yeah, well done. Good. Because what we want to build up to is being able to do that with their own feet and things. Quite open and then not dash through the doorway. Sit. Sit. Wait. Off you go. Good boy. Well done. Good. Good. Because in theory, at some point you should be able to open your front door, maybe with them there, and then not dash through. If you've asked them to wait, They learn that actually they don't go out through doors until they're told they can go through a door. Yeah? Okay. Should take the eyes off you.
Sit. Wait. Sit. Wait. Do I shut the door? Did you say? Go on then. No, she didn't. Do I shut the door and release?
You only shut it before you're coming back the other way.
She would do it.
Look at that spider's way.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Sit.
Like a hammock.
Wait. Wait back. Come in, come. Sit. Wait. Go on then. Good girl. Well
Yeah,
done.
nicely. Well done. Good. Good. So if they break it, do what you did, which is you just take a step back, you put them back in that, and then you work forward again. So one of mine really barks when I want to get them out of the car. Trust me, it's the same. It sets the others up with 5 of them. But what I do is I park, and if he starts squawking, just sit there until he's quiet. Then I open the door and he barks, so I shut the door again. Gets quiet. Open the door, you bark, shut the door again. Open the door, gets quiet. Go to get out, bark, sit back down again. Then eventually I'm out and I go round to the back and open the back doors. And normally then he's quiet for a bit so I can get them out and get them to start getting the leads on. But as soon as he's out, he's bouncing like an idiot. It's my little one, it's so naughty. So it's the small ones. And he winds all the others up, but then I can get them all. But I can't then keep him quiet for that last little bit. I'm working on it. I've got a nervous twitch going on with it. But it's that thing we're doing here, whereas if they move, you just go back a stage, ask them to sit again, and then you move forward, and then you just work it step by step. So again, with KOBA.
Oh, she used to just want to sniff her now.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that would be weird. Very young. She's a little puppy, you don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, or other one.
Wait.
It was that young, the first one. Yeah.
Wait.
And then she came in again, again, about 6 months later.
Yeah, nicely, good.
The little one, the first one, the second one, the third one.
Good, whatever.
Which raw food do you eat?
Sorry?
Which raw food do you eat?
A mixture.
Okay.
But I don't get from the packet.
Push it to again for you.
Can you buy it in the pack?
Yeah, so I've got
I get it
his
delivered.
breeder. Yeah, she delivers every 6 weeks. So I get a good extra. What do you think? Oh yeah.
That's what she was brought up on. So, but I give her dry as well. So I used to dry for training and stuff, but I have them wet as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit wet.
You've got food in your hand.
But they love them.
Okay.
They love them.
Ask them to sit in your food. Don't put anything in your hand and ask them to wait.
Really? Oh.
So much fun. And people come into my house and they've known me for years and said, "Oh, I've known you for 5 years."
Really? That's
I mean, literally
interesting.
enough.
Well done. Good. Good.
Good girl.
So can you see how when you don't have food in your hand
Difference.
for a wait, there's a real difference? If you're asking for stays and weights and stuff, don't have anything in your hands, it just brings them to you. And the same as the real eye contact brings them to you as well. Get that out. But if you're asking them to stay as and go back to them, don't put your hand in your pocket until you release. Because they will release on your hand going into your pocket. Or getting the food out of the treat pouch. Yeah. So literally go back and then release and then reward. Yeah. So it goes in that order. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really, it's a big logic, isn't it? Because you're asking them to wait, but they want to come to you for a treat.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, you can build that up as distraction eventually, you know, like your duration and your distance.
Yeah.
You can add distraction in, so they're the 3 Ds, duration, distance and distraction. So you can add those sorts of things in, but you want to get the other things solid before you start that. So eventually you can ask them to sit and wait, or sit and stay, or whatever you're doing, or just sit down, whatever. And then I would walk along doing this. Silly dances and skip and expect them to stay put with me making lots of movement before I go back and release, or call them to me and release, whichever it's going to be. But yeah, just do lots of silly things once you've got a little bit of distance.
because you can build.
So when we're trying to get sit
Yeah.
for a long,
Yeah.
for a decent amount
Yeah.
of time,
Yeah.
I've been feeding her when she's sitting.
Right. That's fine because you're not asking for a weight particularly because you're not leaving her in that situation. You're getting her to sit next to you, building up the duration. So what you're doing is building up duration.
So as you walk, of course, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So once you've done that a little bit, and then leave the gaps between feeding longer.
Yeah. Okay.
So you build up your duration that way, and then build up your distance and your duration, and go back.
Right. Okay.
And then you can add in distractions. You've got the others too.
Yeah.
So I've missed a bit along here. I don't know which class that I missed.
Right.
So we're trying to get them, when we say sit,
Yeah.
for them to just stay in that position. Because this is where my old training, which was to sit away.
Yeah.
Actually, the sit is waiting. When I put you in sit, it looks like sit, wait for my next
Yeah.
command.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the newer way of training it.
Yeah.
It doesn't
The old
matter.
way was sit and wait.
Exactly.
And sit and stand.
Yeah.
And there was
Stay
a bit of weight difference between wait and stay.
There is a difference between wait
There
and
is a
stay.
difference, isn't there?
Yes.
So
So-
wait is there's another command coming.
Wait is sit there and wait until I tell you to do something else. Stay is sit there and stay there until I come back to you.
So what's the difference between just sit then?
In theory,
Nothing.
there's no difference.
Right,
That just
okay.
means sit, and I might call you, I might come back, I might ask you to lie down.
Time.
Yeah, so it's just particularly,
Yeah.
it's just so you only use one command instead of lots of different ones. But to be honest, I don't think it matters too much either way. And if you're being really technical, if you ask them for a sit wait, so you're going to call them, you put them in sit, and then you would walk away leading with the leg nearest your dog.
Yes.
Okay? And then when you recall, if you're asking them for a stay, you walk away with the leg furthest away from your dog, and they actually will pick that up as well.
Whoa.
That's really
I did
technical,
do that. I
yeah.
remember because with the
Yes.
dog years ago,
Yeah.
I did all of that,
Yeah.
and that's where my brain is still
Yeah.
going to that.
And that's
side.
kind of proper obedience stuff, whereas I'm teaching general. and
Yeah. I don't think we're going to need that, are we, mate?
But I mean,
No.
I've done
It's
it
fun when
with
you do it.
mine, so I can teach you. It's not a problem. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of, and actually it still works because dogs will learn quite quickly.
Yeah.
If you say wait and you walk with that leg, the only problem is when you walk with that leg and then you turn around, they go, oh, you're going to call me,
Yeah.
and they learn to break as well. Whereas the stage, they do tend to stay put a lot more.
Wow.
It's weird, isn't it?
We got a lot to learn, Mabel.
Yeah.
It's great fun. This is great fun. It was, years ago when I did it, I mean, literally, things I could do with that ball, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That it's far from
Yeah. A lot of
And
time.
the world's changed.
Yeah, very
You know,
much.
Very much.
Yeah, good. Okay, what we're going to do next is the question. What haven't I done with you, sir? We haven't actually done any little weights or days, have we yet today?
No.
Do you want to move into a sunnier spot to do it so you're warmer, or are you okay here?
All right, fine.
You might want to just steal whatever maybe we can
Yeah.
That's
That's it.
it. So put them in a sit or a down, whichever you prefer. Sit.
Wait.
Maybe. Let me do some
Sit.
whichever one you prefer.
Sit.
Wait.
So leave them when you're ready.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to, it's fine. She's just staying there.
Wait.
So is that for my legs when I go back? So she can do
So
anything then?
you're released, she should stay there. When you go back, in theory, you should be able to walk all the way around them before they move. You should go back, walk around, and then your release is whatever word you're going to use. And then the word and the food is so they can move again. And then you should move them in between.
So I shouldn't feed and expect her to sit still.
Come on, sit. Come on, sit.
Sit. Sit.
Sit.
Sit.
Right.
Wait. No, I've got them. Well done, nice. Good. Good.
Come on, sit.
Sit.
Right. Come on.
Sing something. That's it. Well done. Sit. Sit. Good. Yes. Wait.
Right. Come on.
Yes.
Just go down the wall.
sit.
That's it.
Wait.
Wait.
Good. Good.
Well done. Good, so you're both looking really nicely. That's much better in terms too. Good.
Should we do, when we go, I'm giving a retreat, I just noticed I'm doing a release. Should I do a release?
I would
or a
always give
retreat?
it your release command when you do it actually, or just before you retreat. So then, yeah, they learn to stay there until you've actually said that as well.
Good.
Good boy.
Sit. Come sit. Sit.
Sit.
Wait.
But yeah, there's a big one on the floor. Sit.
No.
Really nice.
Go on
You're
then.
moving around
Yeah.
really well now. Lovely. Good.
Good. Yeah.
Well, that's
I've learned something very important about today.
it's little things, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be really small. Like they're having a hand in the pocket.
Yeah. They are really, and it's always the little things that make the biggest difference.
Yes.
Good boy. Sit. Wait.
Tom.
Lovely. Well done. Good. Sit.
Tom, sit.
Sit.
Yeah, well done. Good.
Good. Yeah.
Good, I'll do that in a second when you finish this one.
Because that's another thing. I say good girl, and then I think I'm worried she gets that as a release command.
Yeah.
So, and then if I want her sitting down, I'll go, good girl, good sit, and then she's gone.
Yeah, so do your release command and then you can say good girl, and then that's praise afterwards.
That's me
It
training.
is real little things that make a real big difference.
Yeah.
When I get a new dog, whether it's puppy rescue or whatever, I still go to training classes with them. I will still try and find someone to go to classes with, because they watch you
Right.
and they go, oh, like when I said to you,
Right.
do you normally walk along with your hand in your pocket out on a walk? No, okay. You know, little tiny things they'll pick up on, and they can see things that you're doing with your dog, but you can't see that you're doing yourself.
Yeah.
So even if you've got a really good idea of what you want, it's handy just to have somebody else going, did you know you did that? And you're like, no, I didn't actually. Whoops.
Wait.
I didn't even ask what to say. So you're not getting it.
Good. Good, that's built up a lot for her. Right, let's do some recalls, because we've got this nice long bit, haven't we, to do some recalls with. Do you want to go first, did you hear?
Happy to? Yep.
Hopefully we'll come straight from the gap and not go running to the other side.
I'm sure you will. Or
No, just call, call it to you, and then colour grab and reward, and then you can do a drop and walk it back.
Might go
Yeah.
to it as well one day.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
You do forget, I forget everything.
Yeah, I forgot how to eat it for breakfast.
Lovely. Good. So we're going to recall and then do the little food drops and walk them back.
do drop here,
Yeah, drop there and then walk. You might decide the pace quite interesting. Bless you, look at it, Mum. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep coming out. Now when it gets to you, really proud.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good.
Boy.
Good. Good.
Okay.
Boy. Wait. Good boy. Wait for it.
Is this a drop and back? Or
Yeah,
exactly.
Because if he hadn't come back, I was going to get behind the tractor.
Don't want to be here.
Bless him, he couldn't wait to get away from me. He probably got a really nice shot of my backside. He comes now. Brilliant. Reward him. Drop it down.
Good.
He goes.
Keep going.
Call
Tom,
it.
come.
Sit.
Lovely and reward. Really nice. Good.
So that time, he was a lot quicker to come and find you.
Yeah.
Because the time before, you left him.
Ah,
So you
yes, so
sniff.
he knows.
So what,
literally.
did you see Kitty slow down and keep looking back, and I'm going, keep moving, keep moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was still really sniffing, and you were looking back like, is he coming in? But you were then, he could then know that you're actually waiting for him. Whereas when you actually kept moving, he went, oh, he moved. So the second time you dropped it down and you kept moving, and he went, oh, hang on, I better come quite quickly.
Okay, yeah.
We'll do the others and we'll do it again in a minute as well, just to
Really cool.
reinforce that. That was really nice. Well done.
Come on.
Okay.
Go back on.
Come on, KOBA darling. Hi, darling. Hey, you weren't very keen on me holding you last week, were you, sausage? You wanted your dad, didn't you? Hey.
Wait, sit. Wait.
Wow. What's on, darling? What's on? Wait. It's okay. I'm pretty sure it's okay. You can go in a second, I promise.
It's got something got cold in it.
Lovely, good. Reward. And then drop a bit of food down. Don't worry about it, sit. Good. Drop some food on the floor. Walk off. Keep moving.
I really have.
Keep moving. Fish cups. Get ready to drop some more.
Two people say that.
Drop them all back.
I've done it for years, but they said, oh no, what do they do?
Keep coming this way a little bit. Behind you. Here she comes. Brilliant. Great. Really nice. And we'll do the same again. Good girl. I know, darling, you really don't like your holding thing, do you? Lovely, good.
I had 3 dogs at the time, but a dog I had years ago, so I did do.
Keep going for a walk.
And I got so much out of it.
Good, keep going. Lovely. Next to you, this time loads of praise.
Good girl.
Good. Good. So when you call her, just call her once.
Okay.
Yeah? And then only add an extra call in if she's getting distracted. Because if you keep calling, all that happens is they kind of switch off to it. Whereas if you call once, you've got your voice as an arsenal to add extra calls in. There you go. Actually, I'm going that way instead. You've got something to add in. Whereas if you keep talking, they go, yeah, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah? Yeah. Good.
She's such a big one.
Oh, you're a bit of a scavenger. Monkey.
Come here, mister.
Take both ends off. You've got both on. Both of them was on. Yes.
She does the prettiest markings.
Yes, she's like so beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
No, you're not having it.
Good.
No.
Did you think that?
Yeah. Good. Well done. And again.
Good girl.
Really nice. Fish cups. Good. Yeah. Oh, come to the other side. That's it.
She's got scatterings of neat floors.
Yeah, what a treat. Yeah.
Good girl.
Well done. Really nice.
Yeah.
Good. Right, we'll do that once more for each of them. So we'll start with Mr. Tom. So again, be confident like you were last time. The first time, literally, he was like, oh, it's okay, she'll wait.
Yeah.
And then,
Just let
so the second time it was like, oh, hang on, I'll eat and I'll go and find her.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. Wait here for a second. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I know, it's very exciting. Your mum's gone missing. She's finding all the sweeties. Ready? Ready? Good boys. He's coming. Call it. Come. A little bit. That's it. Keep going. Keep going. He's coming now. Oh, Emily, stop. Keep going. Just keep going. Go around the corner if necessary. I'm going to watch him. Keep going. Call once when you get around the corner. Tonka. Go round. Go on. Call again. Tonka. Good. Now praise him.
Yes.
Good. Good. That was loads better because what he did was he stayed there quite confident in the fact that when he looked up, you'd still be there. And when he looked up, you'd gone missing. And his little face, it changed, didn't it? He went, and then you called again, and he was like, oh, she's there. So he then came to find you.
Brilliant.
He's just getting slightly cocky at the moment.
Oh, just a bit, yeah.
Yeah. It's all right, Mum's there, it's okay, I don't have to worry.
With everything.
Yeah.
Cocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all. Just pushing it. That's fine. Completely normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that then makes him go, oh. What he's doing is he's usually, from what I can see, he stops and then you're looking around for him and you keep calling and then he looks up and goes, yes, you're still there and carries on because you are still there. You might move very slowly but you don't. Whereas this time,
yeah.
you've gone. And he was like, whoa, hang on. So that's why I got to call again so he could come and find you rather than you come out to find him. So he has to still work for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, KOBA DOG. Hi, sweetie. Hi, my darling. You are funny because you don't mind me holding you like this a bit, but as soon as your dad goes, you get really upset, don't you? Hey, wait for it. That's good girl. I think she was coming whatever. Girl.
Then is it cool?
All right.
Good stuff. Get ready?
I took you for a walk before.
Good.
Go back.
Keep going.
Go back.
Keep going.
Go back.
Let's just need to do a bump.
Go back.
Lovely. Now, come this way. Cool. Lovely. Well done.
No.
Good.
No.
Nicely. So again, because you just kept moving, she went, oh, he's gone missing. Good. We're just doing once that time. That was good. Well done.
Beautiful.
Good girl. You've got to wait with me for a second, little baby. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Just a little second. Oh, gorgeous girl.
Oh, stop. No.
She's still looking at right here. She's coming. And she's back. Yeah, good. Well done. Good. So did both of you guys really see how much of a difference it made when you just kept going and stuff? And could you see the difference for them?
Yes,
Yeah. So it does make a difference. And when you're out on a walk, when they're, especially if you're doing an unusual walk, so they're quite used to it.
Yeah.
So then they're like, well, I know where you are anyway, I don't have to worry. If you change direction or you dive out of sight or something along those lines, what you'll then find is they go, whoa, hang on. My backup crew's disappeared, I've got to go and find them rather than the other way round.
Yeah.
I mean, it only works if they're safe, obviously. You know, everything comes with a caveat, obviously, but yeah. And did you notice a difference this week? Because we were in here, week 2, weren't we?
Yeah.
Did you notice a difference on your recalls and stuff today?
Yeah.
The first time there was all that hay and straw, which is still there, but not one of them veered off to go and check it out. They all came straight to you and stuff like that, which is really nice. So you can see, I mean, the bond builds up, and just by spending an hour a week or a little, whatever it is, just doing something with just them makes such a difference. It really does. Because we all say, oh yeah, we'll do it, but actually you don't ever set that amount of time aside if you don't do a class of some description.
What would you say a day? I mean, I do 10 minutes
That's
maybe
fine.
a day.
10 minutes is great. Absolutely
I do
brilliant.
find they get. Well, I don't want to confuse her, and
No.
I don't want to bore her either. So.
10 minutes is brilliant, really good. I mean, an hour's fine if you're in a class with got a few dogs because they're not doing something all the time and they've got other things to keep them occupied. But if you're doing stuff at home on your own, it's quite intensive, so 10 minutes is fine.
Yeah.
10 minutes is plenty. With
So I can tell my primary keep going, because they're when they're a bit active in the evening. What? You need to train them. I don't think I do. I'm not allowed to do it.
I mean, I know we do sometimes another thing, which I don't know whether it's right, but we do the where one person will hold the dog and the other person will go and hide in the house.
Yeah, brilliant.
Find them.
Yes.
And he absolutely loves it.
It's a
You know,
really
if you
good
get into
game.
a really small space.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
And that
Do they
now.
call? So the other person calls?
So one will hold, and then the other person will go and hide and call just once, and
Yep.
he's going to find you.
Yeah.
So he loves to have a treat.
Yeah.
So trying to
Actually, they do that without calling. When someone's upstairs, you go.
Best of, yeah. I used to do it with my spaniel. I used to put him in a sit wait downstairs.
Yes.
And I used to go in the garden or upstairs or whatever. Used to go in wardrobes, under the bed, all sorts of strange places. And he'd have to come and find me.
I've never done it in the house.
They love it.
It's
I know it. My
Really
colleague
good
used
fun.
to know all the toys, so I don't have to tell her which toy. So I put them away and she'd go and find the specific toy.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
3 dogs, so I'd have one, and these are
Yeah.
the days when I did have well-behaved dogs, and then go and take it in turn to go and get that specific toy.
Yeah.
They loved it.
You can
Great
do that.
thing.
You can train that really well. Every time you pick up
Yeah.
a toy, give it a name and say the same thing each time.
Which that's
It's like a mission, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's your ballie? Where's your teddy?
Yeah.
She learned how to play. I bounced the ball against the house
Yeah.
and catch it.
Yeah.
And she couldn't get it, she couldn't get it. Now she just throw her bodies in it. That's it.
Right.
And then catch the ball before me. And she learned that all by herself.
Oh, bless her. Yeah, they do.
In one
They're really
afternoon.
clever.